Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we are doing the Showtime recap from Saturday, December 16th, as David Morrell Jr. defended his title in the main event against Cena at Agbeko, his 168-pound secondary world title. As this was Showtime's last boxing telecast after almost 40 years of boxing on Showtime. So it was a sad day that one of our premier platforms is finally done with. But before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, I appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. Guys, champions reports are coming next Tuesday. The year-end champions reports, those will be in more detail, where I break down every champion and title belt from 122 pounds all the way to heavyweight in every governing body. So I'll do the WBO, the IBF, the WBA, and the WBC. Every champion, 122 all the way to heavyweight, every title belt, what's went on this year and what's coming up in 2024. So make sure to pay attention for that. And then I'm getting to my year-end top 10s starting next Wednesday, the 28th. I will be doing my year-end top 10s and breaking each fighter down that made the top 10 in every weight division from 122 all the way to heavyweight. Make sure you're paying attention and looking for those. So back to this fight card. One of the fights, and I'm drawing a blank, moving around so busy. One of the fights got scratched from the card due to visa issues by one of the fighters. But the other ones, you had Robert Guerrero defeated Andre Berto again by a decision. They had their first fight was over 10 years ago. They rematched. Robert got another win. Didn't really care about that. I respect what Robert did in his career. To be able to get up and get a Mayweather fight, you had to have accomplished some things. Robert Guerrero's from my hometown, and I didn't give a shit about this fight. That's how big of a boxing fan in terms of the real deal competition, you know, the actual top guys. But hey, props to Robert Guerrero and Andre Berto at their age wanting to bang it out again in rematch. Robert Guerrero, I guess, left no doubt as he beat Andre Berto again. But the co-feature, it was probably the only fight I really cared about watching on this card. Really cared about. I mean, I wanted to see David Morrell, but I knew what the outcome would be there. I was really looking forward to the Chris Colbert and Jose Valenzuela rematch, because Valenzuela deserved to win the first fight. I think everybody would agree on that, or most would. And this also became a final eliminator somehow for Tank Davis at 135. So there was a lot riding on this one right here in terms of what was at stake. It wasn't just a rematch. It wasn't just revenge. It wasn't just Colbert trying to leave no doubt that he should have won the first fight or that he's a better fighter. It was, you know, the winner gets a world title shot kind of scenario, and it was that. And wow, what a beatdown Jose Valenzuela put on Chris Colbert in this fight. You know, and Colbert took it. He did. He got hurt in the first round and, you know, was able to stay up. He got put down in that round. But it really looked like he was taking some punishment. And Valenzuela, with the footwork, was fantastic. He was moving side to side, hitting from angles. I mean, he looked like a very aggressive, tough boxer puncher in this fight. Really put it on Colbert. And Colbert kept wearing it. He kept wearing it. He was taking it. But finally, in that, I believe it was the sixth round, when Colbert switched positions to southpaw, and then a feint right, and a feint left, and then the almost jumping right hook that put Colbert down and out cold. I mean, face planted him. Brutal knockout win for Jose Valenzuela, as he becomes the mandatory #1 challenger for what's his name? For Tank Davis. So that was a big win for Jose Valenzuela. And tough break for Chris Colbert. You know, it really is. Colbert, not in my top 10 in either weight class, 130 and 135. But I think he should have lost pretty much his last 3 fights. You know, Hector Luis Garcia, one-sided fight. He should have lost to Valenzuela, and then he gets knocked out against Valenzuela. Colbert's got a long road ahead of him, but he needs to come back at 130. He is too small for 135. That's just, I'm sorry, but that is just a fact. He should not be fighting at 135. Too small for that weight class. Now, Jose Valenzuela, as impressive of a victory as this is, he's not a top 10 guy. Lightweight is loaded. He's not a top 10 guy. You know, but he's going to have an opportunity. Big time. And he doesn't get a what's next video. We're not sure if he's going to get Tank Davis next or not. But he is in line for Tank Davis. We know that. And we'll see what he can get, you know, and go from there. But I really wouldn't be surprised if he got Tank Davis next as a mandatory, and then Tank allowed Isaac Cruz to fight the other guy, Barianchek, for the vacant WBO belt, because Cruz is number 2 in the WBO. And then the winners square off in a unification bout. I really wouldn't be surprised by that, since Tank doesn't seem to want to fight any of the best fighters at 135. So I really think that Jose Valenzuela might have a huge opportunity to land the Tank Davis fight next. So we'll see, but a great performance out of him. But the main event, David Morrell Jr. and Sina Agbeko, what you thought it was going to be. David Morrell dominated Agbeko, stopped them in only 2 rounds, and retains his secondary world title at 168 pounds, leaving no doubt. So, you know, I would have hoped for a bigger card to close out Showtime's long history, but I don't know if any card would have sufficed, given how long of a history Showtime has had on their network. And, you know, I was glad to see a big knockout with Valenzuela over Colbert. So that's it. That's what I got. Hope you enjoyed the video. This was the Morrell versus Agbeko recap, Showtime recap from Showtime's last boxing telecast ever, after almost 40 years in boxing. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.